Alright folks, hello and welcome to another Modern stream. Today is gonna be Victory Lap Day, and 4-color Omnath treated me very well this weekend. I managed to top 8 the Modern Showcase Challenge. If you have not checked that out just yet, make sure you do so. All the videos are available right now on YouTube, so if you want to do that, you can do so. Not too much pressure today. After a very intense event, today the PTQ was taking place, and I honestly just didn't feel like playing, so I didn't. I am, however, streaming right now, and this is gonna be just that, just a victory lap, just playing the same 75 I played in the event, just for fun, hanging out with chat, and I guess I still would like to get some QPs, because now I have to qualify for the other showcase events. Oh yeah, keep giving me these hands, baby. Oh, you love me, don't you, Deck? You love me. Ifena with the tier 1 sub, welcome back for the 21st month. Jeez, can't believe the new Omnath is a callous planeswalker. His magic lore gone too far. Dude, Omnath has been so good for me this weekend. Like, Omnath just did amazing things. Loving it. For those of you that don't know and are not familiar with the meme, basically I posted on Twitter. I just basically went on like online. I found a random 4-color Omnath deck list, and then I made a post on Twitter saying going live playing the showcase event with 4-color Omnath, and like obviously I wasn't, but like a lot of people were posting stuff like, oh, you're a traitor, like you sold out to the bad guys and like shit like that. It was just so funny. It was just so funny. I just thought it was hilarious, at least. Sure. And then it just kept going. I had it as the title of the stream, and it was just great. Just great value. Almost as great value as this turn 2 Karn that we're about to play right here. Would like to start destroying your lands, please. There we go. They're gonna have Operation, so I have to watch out for that. So if my opponent does have an Explore here, the only way I would assume to get out of this lock would be... Also, I guess I should have bounced the Forest instead of the Sanctuary there, huh? Probably the only way that they have of getting out of this would be if they Explore here, next turn they play Operation for turn, or Dryad into enough mana, I guess. Oh, you can't tap out. You have to sack whatever I... Okay. The other alternative would be to just like not do anything and just like wait until I choose something and then sack that in response. I guess that would have been pretty good for them. Okay, so now they can't Operation next turn, so I think I'm looking pretty good. Why not bounce leave bouncing play? As I was saying, it's just a mistake. Doubt it's going to matter, but we're gonna blow up that. Does my sequencing matter at all here? I guess I am supposed to explore first. That's why. Is that lethal now? Yeah, that's lethal. Unless they have main deck Dismember. I guess it's not lethal, but it just locks the game up. That's what I mean. What's up, House? How's it going? medium plus. I would qualify this turn as medium plus. Had a close match versus Sauce, but lost, then got no show round 2. Nice. We lose to main deck Dismember, so there's that. Or main deck Force. Carambaline a Vestige. Just going through the motions here. I guess they didn't want this. They're like, yeah, I'm off it. Okay. I guess we win round 1. Decided just play the list we've been playing. Gonna stop playing Jose lists. I feel like Jose lists work for Jose and nobody else. That's basically what I have arrived at. Remember when Punt used to be like Lotus Bloom guy and nobody could win with Punt's list except for Punt and Austin? I feel like Jose has kind of taken that spot where only Jose can win with his Jose list. I feel like we've gotten there. I wouldn't disagree with that. Yeah, it just feels like it what it is. Is this Punt's list? It's very close to it, yeah. It's like the only changes is like I'm playing Tormos Crypt instead of Cage, and I'm playing a second Explosives over whatever else Punt was playing. And then Punt made some changes, so his current list is a little bit different to this one. But I just like this list better. The podcast version of the Punt list. Yeah, that sounds fair. Maybe playing against Omnath, I would imagine. Oh, this was bad. I should have played Radiant Fountain, obviously. I think that my opponent's playing Omnath, so I'm not gonna jam this card into my leak mana, so I'm just gonna play Dryad next turn. Or maybe I just get punished. And they're gonna tap out. CCCXT13, thank you for the follow. They are gonna tap out for Ren. Alright. Punished for my line. What's up, Sergio? How's it going? A little bit Explorer flooded here, not gonna lie. Just a little bit Explorer flooded. That's okay. So much Hammers lately. Yeah, the deck is very popular. Very, very popular. Seems like people are having fun with it. And it just keeps on putting up results. I would like to see like a win percentage kind of thing, right? Like how many people are actually playing that? Because honestly, it feels like 1 million people are playing that deck. Very. Having fun against it for sure, yeah. Seems like you'd probably have a fine matchup, huh? think I want to clock the Ren. Because it means I can kill it next turn. And they have to kill this Dryad. Because otherwise this Dryad is just lethal. All the Summers are on the Omnath turns list. I don't know how to feel about it. Whatever. Just do whatever you feel like, my friend. That's what it's all about. Hopefully we find a Titan. That's probably the best that we can do. I'm not playing around Mindic Wrath, so no big deal there. Hey, playing against both, but there's that, yeah. Sounds fair. Kirkinator 78, thank you for the follow. Got a lot of it Explorer flooded here, which is unfortunate. We can play Azusa and haste her, so we don't expose the second Dryad. So they can Cryptic tap here, which kind of feels like a win to me. So what did you get for top 8 in the last event? Got a bunch of PPs, a bunch of chests, this, and most importantly, we got this. Red, white, hasty Azusa. We're probably gonna get Cryptic tapped, I assume, here. No PT invite? No. I honestly could not care less though. At the beginning of last year, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I'm gonna actually try. I'm gonna do my best to try to qualify for the PT, and then like the new PTs are just an absolute fucking joke. So I have no interest in qualifying for them. There was a PTQ. There's a PTQ happening right now. That's why we don't have that many people watching, because I'm just playing random leagues. But like, I honestly had no interest in playing the PTQ. And I feel very, very happy that I chose to not play in that event. Nobody knows what the PT is anymore. That's also true. And it just doesn't matter. Like, it just literally doesn't matter. It's a worthless event now. Last time I saw Carnival being popular, every list around 3 Karns. Where are we on 4 now? Because Karn is very good right now. Honestly, I feel like there's many matchups that the only reason that I win them, it's because I'm playing Karn. Literal only reason I win is because I'm playing Karn. And there's a bunch like that. There's the Oops matchup. Basically, without Karn, you can never win. There's the... If this is Sour Promise, we're kind of fucked. Big Tef. Still kind of fucked. Yeah, we got a little bit Explorer flooded here. It is a meta call for the best deck in the format, Hammer Time. Yeah. I don't know if I would call Hammer Time the best deck in the format, but this guy really helps against Hammer Time. I'll give you that for sure. See if we can find off the top, because if we find an amulet, at this point I feel like it's kind of amulet or bust. Like, without an amulet, we're just not gonna be able to do enough stuff to keep up with what my opponent's doing over there. So I guess we're fucked now. At this point, I'm assuming they have another Omnath, so they're probably just gonna trade here. And then we're gonna be in rough shape, but I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. Honestly, it just feels like I don't really have winning legs here. Hammer Time is dominating the Eternal Problem. We need to ban equipment and zero drop artifacts soon. I mean, that's just true. That is just true. The deck has remained tier 0 and 1 over formats with Hogak. You see that meme? Punt made a post. Punt made a post, and then everybody just started like quote tweeting him, or like just copying and pasting what he said. This one right here. I mean, it has remained tier 1 through metas with KCI, Hogak, Eldrazi, Yoko, Moxopol, Treasure Cruise Dig, Fatal Ludigo, Guide Grave Troll, and to this day. The deck is always the most broken thing in Modern that just avoid Vansai being hard to play. And then like everybody started like just copying and pasting that and just like making different random posts. Honestly, I found it kind of hilarious. It was a good time. Okay, what is this? I feel like I'm kind of mentally checked out from this game. I feel like I've been losing since the game started, and I'm kind of mentally checked out at this point. But sure, I'll keep making just random motions. They have instant speed hour promise, so or cryptic, tap and draw, tap and bounce the dude. Alright. Ha! What happened there? Wait. What did they do? Did they? Oh, they chose draw and bounce. That's what happened. They chose the wrong modes. They chose draw and bounce instead of tap and bounce. That's what happened. Yeah. They just stopped. They just chose the wrong modes on cryptic. That's okay. I don't think that we have a shot anyway, but I guess we can draw exactly prime time, but they have cryptic in hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have to draw exactly prime time, and we have to trick my opponent into thinking that this is the important spell. So exactly prime time right here, and then they don't have another mana leak. That's what needs to happen. Thanks, Spam Sing. Appreciate it. Okay, that's not it. Let's move on to game number 2. Cut these, cut this, cut this, and cut these. I guess we're on the play, so let's do this instead. Can't wait to play with trap cards in Magic. I reveal my trap card, Rite of God. Oh yeah, that one is gonna see play. I am fairly certain that one is going to see play. Maybe blue-white finally will get what it's been wanting all along. Yeah, the 3 CMC Wrath is pretty hot, not gonna lie. And without downside, right? Literally insane. On the play, turn 3 Azusa, turn 4 Titan. Yeah. You basically have to time walk yourself on turn 2, but like time walking yourself on turn 2. I mean, it's not even time walking yourselves. Like you still get a land drop, right? And like if your opponent's playing a creature deck, that's fine because like you have a Wrath on 3, so you're probably not countering whatever they play anyway, unless they play like a Walker or something. Like that's literally the only way that you can get punished. It does seem kind of amazing. I think it's definitely going to see play. DNT24 with the Prime sub, 21 months. No time for NTG the last month, but still love to watch Titan from time to time. Keep up the good work. Thank you, DNT. Welcome back. Thank you for the continued support. 21 months is a lot of months, my friend. Appreciate that. I'm glad they saved the most broken one for last. That one or the counterspell that gets around hand disruption. Yeah, the counterspell is kind of dope too. And it's 1 blue, right? For the counterspell. I'm pretty sure it's 1 blue for the counterspell if I'm not mistaken. What do I want to play? Let's play Dryad. Got a Gust. It's nice. Getting a Gust out of their hand seems pretty solid for me. Mana Leak. Another Gust? That's so good. That is awesome for us. We got 2 Gustos? Beautiful. Do they have Ashiok? That's basically the question here. Do they have Ashiok? Or do they have another Aether Gust? I guess they could also land the Mystic Sanctuary Gust back on top and then like Growth Spiral into it. That's another line. Last time I played on paper was in MK Open 2 years ago. Yeah, that is that's a while ago. Get the correct art. Now, opponent. Get the right art one, right? No respect. No respect. Alright, show me the third gusto. Show me that third gusto. We're definitely getting Garrison and Stronghold. Never miss a Gracer attack. We're not here in this channel to miss Gracer attacks, right? This is not the kind of channel where we miss Gracer attacks. If they tap out for our promise, we just win, which is nice. So they do have a gusto on top. There's a field. So we do have a couple of options here. I think I'm supposed to pact first before we do anything. We see what my opponent does here. Wait, that's my deck at 60 and not 61. Wait, did I just misregister my deck? Oh no. Don't have force. Please and thank you. They have the force. That really sucks. Does clocking this run matter? No, this doesn't matter more. So we're gonna be facing Uro, which is unfortunate. They had exactly Gust into Force, which is the only way that my opponent just didn't lose on the spot. Maybe I shouldn't have Steerings and just wait for my next draw step. The thing is, if I find the blue source, like, we're actually fine there. Because if I find a Karn, I actually get to Tomo script my opponent, right? Which seems pretty good to me. Been working hard on this. Yeah, I've been tinkering with it for sure. So now we know they have a Gust in hand. Fuck. think we may be dead here. Not dead quite yet. But once they untap with Uro, I still have to do this, right? So I can put the Titan on top, and next turn I pay 4, and then I have Titan mana. But yeah, my opponents this past weekend were a lot worse and having it than this opponent is. This opponent is pretty good at having it. Even though I think they misused their Aether Gusts in the beginning of the game. Like, I could have really have punished them. If things had in any way gone my way. Like, if I had found an amulet, if I had found, like, any other bounce land, so I didn't have this and my Titan could have been able to trigger field. Instead, I was forced into setting up a second Titan, which made things awkward. It's rough. It's rough. We might still be able to stabilize here. Like, it's looking worse and worse by the second, but there's still potential here. There's still potential. We lose to Cryptic, though. We are going to have field advantage now. So we are putting my opponent in a position where they need to have Cryptic or bust. They're going to have 3 draws towards a Cryptic command, though. Which is bad for me. I know why they kill a Gracer with Rena 6. I have no idea either. I don't think that was a good play. But that's what they did. Cryptic command. No Cryptics are on, so they probably have 2 or 3 Cryptics at this point. Which is bad for us, obviously. Only serve with Uro. I think they probably have to plus there. I guess they can Mystic Sanctuary. I know they are out of sanctuaries. So I guess they just are. They're gonna minus. Seems like good for me though. I'm obviously throwing all 4 of these dudes in front of the Uro. That's 1 less draw engine for my opponent and 1 less clock. And now they're probably going to have to minus on the Titan. And if they do minus on the Titan, that's 1 less card that they draw. They don't have Cryptic, otherwise I would be dead. So we don't have to play around Cryptic, which is nice. And they untap with all of their mana. Well. Moving to combat. Gust. So I think the play here is gonna be to cast this in response. What this does is I play a second Titan. I go fetch a second Titan. And then if the second Titan gets like something happens to it, I know that I'm still drawing another Titan. That's the reason for doing this. Excuse me, what? That's very surprising. Oops, misclicked. So they had the Cryptic and they didn't lethal me it last turn. We could go for the safe play, which would be getting BUG here. I don't think that we can afford to do that, unfortunately. I think we have to go for broke. We have to go get the last one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we get BUG. And I guess we get Sunhome. Sunhome gives my Titan very good attacks. I definitely misclicked there, like I would have liked to trade with one of their zombies. I don't understand the not Cryptic tap your team and swing for lethal though. Like, what could they expect me to have? I'm not sure. We are running out of gas. Last card is a dead draw. Is a dead card, so that's Omnath. It's kind of fine. It's not great, but it's not that bad either. Hopefully I don't find like an Hour Promise or another Field of the Dead. That would be problematic. When my opponent can be ahead on zombie production, that's where we have a problem. They pinged me with Ren. One, two, three, four. We get to attack. Okay, so I'm assuming my opponent's got nothing here, right? So what do I want to do? This is 14 and these represent 16. But it seems kind of important to swing at the walkers. So this is going to go at the fairy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And all of this will go at Ren. I think I'm getting Ghost Quarter. I'm getting Radiant Fountain. I'm definitely getting Ghost Quarter. That's the easy one. We know they have a Mystic Sanctuary in hand. Yeah, I guess that it's more important to make sure that we get the that we get the triggers here. Looks like a great Blood Moon match, yeah. Blood Moon would be... Would it be better for me or would it be better for them? So I guess I have to double strike. Ferry down. Explore. Awful draw. Truly awful draw. Here goes nothing. Your go. I don't like this from my opponent. Like, it seems like the way that... unless they already have a Cryptic in hand, which they could. But unless they already have a Cryptic in hand... And it is their last Cryptic, because they used their first one already. But it seems like the way they win is by doming me with Omnath. Do I ever not think about Magic? My life basically gets resumed in two things. It's basically Magic and music. So like those are the two things that and my entire life revolves around. And there's not really that much else besides those two. But yeah, Caleb D is... For me, of course, he is like the best one to ever do the streaming thing, right? Think about who? My wife? Obviously. Oh, did I missed an attack with the Titan. Whoops. I guess I should have got a battle code. Maybe another bounce land would have been better. I mean, I'm resolving another Titan after this, so this is fine. Opponent is at a significant amount of life, but like, they don't seem to have a plan. This is 10, 18. Plus 16. It's not close to lethal, but do I have enough mana to do everything? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Yeah, we have way more than enough mana, so we're good. Oh, we could have also double... Oh, I fucked it up. I should have double stricken to kill this. Whoops. Not really playing around the sweeper. Could a couple more bounce lands. Is there a reason to play this Titan? Yeah. So as I was saying, I want to gain the life a bit more than anything. That's the main reason. Also, what we can do here is they get 1 zombie, 2 zombies. I think So just bounce land. But the main reason to play a Titan is mostly to resolve it. This game too, yeah. They down arrow, and that it means that we lost game 1. Also, my opponent's down to 3 minutes. How are they down to 3 minutes? We're 9 minutes ahead of them. I love how I'm just like going through the motions here, kind of, and we're just winning. This is what I do when I'm on the draw. The reason that needs to resolve. Yeah, I'm saying like my opponent can have. Again, I'm losing to Cryptic tap plus plus swing for lethal, so I want to gain the life, number 1, and number 2, it's a matter of my opponent can gust it next turn. I definitely should have killing the Omnath was more important than dealing damage, so that part was definitely a mistake. Again, I'm kind of mentally checked out. I'm mostly here to hang out and just have a good time, so I'm not really thinking too hard. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. What's the most random utility land you've tried out? That's a good one. Probably... I mean, I haven't really tried random utility lands, though. Like, all the ones that I have tried have been there for a purpose. So I don't think I've really tried any quote-unquote random ones. But Mortuary Mire is kind of one of my favorites, honestly. Mortuary Mire is super, super sweet. Gust, Growth Spiral. Opponent just wanted to get that sweet F6 value. Or they're pathing my Azusa. Okay. So this means that we don't get to... We're not going to get an extra land drop here, which is an interesting thing, right? Like, the Azusa left play, and this gives us an extra land, but since we already played our extra land, the game sees, like, the amount of lands that have been played, and it sees, okay, yeah, 1 extra land was played already, so then we shouldn't, like, it just doesn't work that way, which is a weird thing. So we're going to steer rings first, because if we find an amulet, we get to Titan. No amulet, though. Another bounce land is fine. Why not play steer rings last turn? Did you see what happened? If I had played steer rings, I would have been able to play my Dryad. My opponent would have been able to brainstorm instead of minusing for no value. I mean, there was value, obviously, because like they didn't just lose the game. But like that's exactly why I didn't. Seems pretty self-explanatory. You never tried City's Blessings once? No, I've only tried playable ones. We can kill this Jace. Why am I even thinking? The answer is obviously to cast the Titan here. One answer and one answer only. Prime time. And I think I go for haste here because I already have another threat that I'm ready to play next turn. Opponent packs it in. Nice and easy. Is Ghost Quarter self not worth holding? Just asking, honestly. I was holding Ghost Quarter, but like the main reason to hold up Ghost Quarter, Fluffy, it's because you get to stop the Cryptic Loop. Game 3 was over at the start because of the clock. Yeah, it's possible. My opponent definitely made a lot of suboptimal plays because they were pressured by the clock. But like, how on earth do you get like so behind on clock? It feels like I made so many more plays than they did. But it's like we were still vastly far ahead on clock. This is the hidden cost, right, of cards like Castle Garenbrick. Yeah, I don't know. And again, I was just hanging out with Chad. I wasn't really playing that game very consciously. So honestly, it's so relaxing. Like the fact that I'm chilling today is just so relaxing. Like it was so stressful to stream the other day. Like such high pressure matches. And now to finally go back to streaming, like just chilling, hanging out with Chad, just having a good time, just destroying my opponent who went turn 1 wild like cattle. You know what I'm saying? It's just fun. 1 mana, 3/3. So above the curve. Copperline Gorge into Wild Night Cattle. Yeah, exactly. All the combos. My opponent's got all the combos going on over there. So we're going to have green mana floating here. But we're going to be out of land drops. So we're going to have 1 green floating. We can haste, but we're not going to be able to trigger Valakut unless we play Growth Chamber again. That's up to 5 mana, -3 down to 2. We're still 1 mana short. I'm trying to think if there's any way that I can end up... I can cast my Titan with more lands in play. But I feel like there isn't. So what that means is, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get Valakut. We can Valakut post-combat. So we can get rid of one of these Nekaddles. So that's the defensive line. Do we have a lethal here, though? Oh, we just have lethal. Okay. Sorry, opponent. I was thinking about not losing, and I forgot that I could just win. It happens to me every now and then. Fetch Shock, huh? Fetch Shock, you say? Fetch Shock, you say? Does Vestige do it? Yeah. Is my opponent playing Magus? There's no way they're playing Magus, right? How about Eidolon? Let's go with this and then we'll see what happens. 20 damage can buy many a lot, listen, yeah, I know. Oh man. Oh man. Actually, this hand is kind of okay. Got the Crazy Boy. Good old Crazy Boy. Goblin Guide. Draw me those lands, baby. Basic Forest off the top. Summoner's Pact. Never lucky. Never lucky. Here we go. Basic Forest off the top. No big deal. Turn 3 Titan. Opponent will not know what hit him. Wow, I am basically the unluckiest, huh? The critics have been skewered. Well, that's a lot of damage. Oh, did I? I clicked on the wrong card. I clicked on it. That was very funny. I just clicked on the wrong card. That's hilarious. Wait, was this actually just a sick bluff? Was this actually just a sick bluff so my opponent overextends into my explosives? It was all a masterful play. Don't attack with the Gobo, opponent. God damn it, we're never ever casting our spells, are we? And then my opponent slow rolls me with the Boros Charm. Honestly, that's a missed opportunity for them to make their creatures indestructible. That was funny. That was just hilarious. Unpunt, repunt. I mean, it wasn't a punt, like we were dead anyway. Like it was a mistake, but it wasn't a punt that changed the outcome of the game. It was just funny because I'm here thinking, I'm like, wait, what? Why is this Grazer in play? Why is there an Arboreal Grazer in play instead of the Engineered Explosives that I meant to play? Let's ship this. Let's keep this. Opponent moves to 6. Let's go Breeding Pool, tapped and go. It means I don't get to explore on 2, which sucks, but like we're taking this 2 damage from the Gobo anyway, and now this incentivizes the Gobo to serve. They have a Swift Spear, which is also fine. I got a little bit punished there. That's okay. Patrico66, thank you for the follow. Hello to you as well. How's your Monday? Serum Blaze. My opponents saw the power of the Arboreal Gracie and they're like, oh, I have to destroy that. Untap land. I'm the best one at that too. Must be nice. Must be nice, chat. Missed there. Should I drop a 1-2? Feel like I threw away my match versus Yama. Do whatever makes you happy, my man. Do whatever makes you happy. If you have something better to do with your day, then... If I block... and my opponent bolts my face, I go to 7. If I don't block, they bolt my face, I go to 3. But I get to resolve a Titan. They tap out and I resolve a Titan. What happens with that Titan? That Titan comes down. We can bounce land plus Valakut. That is 6 to face. Plus 2 from the attack. And then we can use 3 more triggers. So that is 15, right? So I guess it's correct for me to not... Yeah, I think it's lethal. If we take it here, this is lethal. Like, we have lethal if my opponent taps out. Okay. Green. Green. This. Unless I miscounted, but I don't think I miscounted. Vesuva Balakut. Copy this. And save targets. The target is your face. The target I will choose is your face. Boop. All right. I guess the winning streak continues. Too easy. Yeah, I know. It's just too easy. I do not know of any other legal target now. Face is the place. I think there is like I've played against like a modo user by the name of Face is the place or something like that. There are some burn aficionados out there. Amulet of Vigor. Force Bitchy Ice Fang. Okay. Do you think about play 61 cards inside one of your lands? Why would I want to do that? Another bounce land seems nice. Show me that remand. They're playing Ice Fang, so I'm assuming they're playing like Banned Stoneblade or something. Oh. Do they just have Mana Leak? Remand is fine. We're just gonna make the same play next turn, so. So now they can actually Archmage's Charm, which is a little bit worse for us. Making sure that we get the value before my opponent gets priority to Abrupt Decay. Field of the Dead. Do I want to get the field here? Or do I just want more bounce? Or do I just want to... I guess I'm going to get the field, because if my opponent does have a Cryptic for the prime time, like that by itself represents a threat. So I think it's better. If they tap out, we resolve Titan, so they effectively lose. This may also be the Aspiring Spike deck, so I have to watch out for that. I mean, I don't think I can really play around anything anyway, but... Like, they could Cryptic here, or they could, like, Gifts and Given and then just kill me with the Bruna. Okay, not dead just yet. Mystic Sanctuary. Pretty unfortunate that we got there. Valakut would be a fine draw. Untap land would also be pretty hot, because untap land allows me to get a zombie and haste it, and then second main phase we still get to Titan. Because the difference between 60 and 61 is ridiculous, and one shot at the side is more important. How many games have you played? Even if it's like by 0.5%, every card that you're playing that gets you further from the Titan that you could be drawing, from the Amulet that you could be drawing, is just bad for the deck. Right? Even if it's like 0.2% that you're losing, you're still losing a percentage. And when you're losing a percentage, you're leaving value on the table, right? So I guess that now that my opponent did this, I'm gonna play around Mana Leak. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ding, ding, ding. Ding-a-ding-a-ding. Oh, that's right, we don't have BUG. Hehe. Your face. Your face. Another BUG control deck. We're on the draw, so we cut these and we cut these two. Man, I've made those exact changes so many times lately. There's so many blue decks. Stupid blue decks. Stupid and sexy blue decks. Stupid and sexy blue decks. For real though, right? Either Gust is unfair. Does the word uncounterable mean nothing to you, people? Does the word uncounterable mean nothing to you? Is that what you're telling me? Are you telling me that this has no value? Uncounterable. Uncounterable. Can't be countered. God damn it, blue decks. Stupid blue decks. Do you see the 1M Black Lotus 10 PSAV in eBay? Oh yeah, I saw that. I wonder if that's actually true. Don't they have like fake bids sometimes and stuff like that? I have no idea how you would spot a fake bid or anything, but it went down to 700k. Yeah, like that's how do you do that? Like, how is that even a thing? I think this hand may be just too bad. This hand is very slow, but it's better than the previous one. How did you even make a fake bid, honestly? It went down to 300k, I think. Yeah, like that makes a lot more sense. That is a significantly more reasonable amount of money. It's still kind of an unreasonable amount of money if you think about it, but the other one was like a ridiculously unreasonable amount of money. Cyber Counterflux are now not even meme good cards anymore. Yeah, I know. It's the ultimate deception. It is the ultimate deception. Unfortunately, I have to expose the cavern. Trying to figure out whether I want to name. I think I want to name a human for now. And then we're gonna have a bounce. We're gonna resolve the Azusa. Then we're gonna have a bounce, find a bounce land, and take it from there. Question is, when is MTG gonna have the Pokemon treatment had some month ago? What is that? I know that people have gone kind of crazy over Pokemon cards, which I find very weird. The actual unluckiest. The actual unluckiest. Do alpha boxes exist? Like, is that actually a thing? Stonks. Blast Zone. I don't know how I feel about that one. I'm just jamming here into my opponent's counter magic because like I have to slug through it. $200k per box. But I mean, there could be a Black Lotus in there. It's basically free money, right? If the Black Lotus is selling for that much. Oh, this is not Death Touchy. That's hilarious. We're also winning the race. Sweet. Yeah, I think this one might be a little bit too much, opponent. It's very likely that they're playing a Reclamation deck. That's what I'm assuming, at least. Can we see a bounce land off the top, please? Just one time. One time and one time only. And is this better than Field of the Dead, right? Like, that's probably the real question. Because, like, you have Basic Forest, you have Blast Zone, you have Field of the Dead, and you have Mystic Sanctuary in your deck. It's starting to add up, you know? Like, it comes to a point where you're just like, how much is too much? Here we go. Show me what you got. They got nothing. Just actual nothing is the answer. When we ask my opponent, what do you got? They say nothing. Still have one more land drop here. I guess I just want to develop mana. It exposes the field, but I feel like it's fine. That was weird. So they were gonna draw 2 with Archmage's Charm, but they didn't want to spike an Aether Gust. That seems so weird to me. Also, they killed the Titan instead of killing the field. I don't know. My opponent's making some weird plays. What's that play about decks? What are you playing today? Oh no, you get to blow out my zombies that cost me. This is a -4 for 1. Like, I resolved the Titan. My Titan gave me the field and 2 more lands, and then you use the card to kill my zombies. So they use the card to give me a land and prime time. That's my 2 for 1. And then they use an explosives to kill my zombies. These seem like fine exchanges. I'm okay with what's happening right now. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 mana. Five mana. Shark. No. Put counters on Blast Zone. Crack Blast Zone right now. I dare you. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Here's my Titan, and my Titan is amazing. They're gonna Blast Zone for 6. That would be hot, I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Well, we're definitely protecting this Titan. I'm not gonna haste here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to... We're definitely Vesuving. And I guess I'm Ghost Squattering. Yeah. Swing. And now we could cast another Titan, or we can just play Karn. I think I want to play Karn, because we can get Tormod's Crypt. Make sure that we don't get cheesed. Remand. Tapping their black mana, their only black mana source. Do you want to kill a Susa opponent? Do you have another explosives? As long as I don't find a FOF or anything like that, I think that we're in very good shape. So I guess that since they're playing Wilderness Reclamation, they kind of have to play Blast Zone because otherwise the Fairy just owns them. How do I get an MTG overlay? It's just in MTG bot. Move to combat. You have to copy and paste this thing. I feel like everybody asks about this. So you have to copy and paste that and add it as a web source or like whatever source. I can't remember what it is. And then what you have to do is you have to change the name. Obviously, you don't want to put F Evolutions because that's going to show my record. So you probably don't want to do that. Tap all creatures, draw a card. Seems fine to me. Seems acceptable. And now they have an Archmage's Charm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lead on 1, 2, 3, 4. Karn. I imagine they charmed this. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we play another one of these. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seems important to just bog them here, so I'm gonna do just that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I play bad decks is honestly one of the most tasteful names in a while. Mostly because like I play bad decks doesn't lie. Like I play bad decks, like actually plays bad decks. It is great. It is the most honest moto username ever. It is the most honest username ever. So at this point, I don't care about the cryptic lock thing. So I'm just going to make zombies and just kill my opponent next turn. I want to hold on to a bounce land in hand in case we find a... In case my opponent does attempt to cryptic lock me. Because then what we can do is we can simply back for Dryad and kill them with Valaka triggers. Man, it really is different when the... It really is different when the... My opponent wanted to replay Lurrus, like, nope. you don't have a graveyard, opponent. You cannot play that guy. What was I saying? I totally forgot what I was saying. Anyway, whatever. It's fine. Was my second time streaming, 8.4 hour stream, and I almost had a heart attack against the Nose when they went for value on Nose to find Pact and died. That's hilarious. Wow, we're playing for the 5-0. They reveal Lurrus. This hand is fine against Hammer Time. It's bad against Shadow. How do we feel, chat? How do we feel about this hand? Is my opponent on Hammer or is my opponent on Shadow? I guess I'm just gonna ship. We can do so much better. This is a lot better, in fact. This one is good against both. That answers the question. We have turn 3 Titan mana for what's worth. So it's like hammer, but splashing green. Green hammer. This record, you think Shadow? I mean, this deck is kind of real at this point. Like, I'm starting to believe. I didn't believe in the deck for the longest time, but I feel like I'm starting to believe now. So here we can go down to 1. Because the problem if we block here is that next turn we are straight up dead to this Ink Moth, right? So I think that we actually have to block. We have to take 22. Because otherwise what they do is they activate Ink Moth, they Titan, please? Or Amulet? No, Amulet doesn't work. Titan. Nice. So what this does, obviously, is it means I don't have to pay for pack next turn, which is the big deal. And what are we getting? Keep one on Thopter, one on Inkmoth. You're still dead. This takes off flying. Loses flying is part of the word. So then what they do is they equip the Inkmoth. Inkmoth loses flying. They activate the Inkmoth ability again. Inkmoth regains flying. I can't block anymore. So that's the idea. So we lose to the other equipment regardless. So we can't play around the other equipment. So since we can't play around the other equipment, I'm gonna Valakut plus Field, I think. If they equip here, I guess this leaves me dead to. I'm dead to plating anyway. I am dead to Stoneforge. My opponent says congrats on the top 8 to say that they like the stream. Thanks, opponent. They have 3 creatures with Inkmoth. Yep, but if they equip the hammer to deal damage to this one, then I don't care about the Inkmoth anymore, right? That's kind of the point. We lose to Shadow Spear. Apostles. Well, we were not beating that anyway, so it's kind of whatever, right? Is Impure still little on its own? Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. So I guess that they did have lethal, huh? So they do the ink moth trick. Yeah, you're right. You're actually right. Yeah. You folks are actually right. Why does nobody play two Valakuts anymore? Because it's a bad land. And if you can play less Valakuts, it usually makes your mana base better. And if you're only playing 28 lands, you can't afford for 2 of those lands to be Valakuts because Valakut is a bad land. There we go. If you're wondering what I'm looking at, of course, I'm looking at my cyber guide, which you can look at as well if you are a Twitch sub or if you support my content on Patreon. Sure. What happened to Turn Timber? They can't replace it. We talked about this in the Titan Talk cast. It is a little bit of a domino effect, basically. Like, Karn is good in the metagame, so we play Karn. Steerings is good with Karn, so we play Steerings. Steerings requires lands. Steerings, by extension, also gives you more amulets. So because it gives you more amulets, then Stronghold Sunhome becomes better. And that's why the deck is built the way it is. It is not just an assortment of cards. It is like an actual cohesive conjunction of cards. Let's say I packed for Dryad here. Next turn I time walk myself. That doesn't seem too great, huh? Am I supposed to just pass? I guess I'm gonna just pass this turn and then we can think about next following turn. Because the problem is if I... In this turn, I would only time walk myself once for the Dryad, unless I find an amulet. What I'm looking for is an amulet. They always have it. Pact for Azusa. Pact for Azusa has the same problem. Valakut is in a bad land, it's a tap land. Wow. How could I not notice that? Excuse me, what? Swift Foot Boots? Are people playing this now? Damn. Are people really playing this nonsense? Crazy. I mean, my opponent also played Apostle's Blessing against me today, right? So clearly they are not playing the stock list. Explosives would be nice. It's interesting to me that they're cracking bubble and upkeep. That's just not correct. I can't punish them. The difference in this matchup between the games where you draw Karn and the games where you don't is night and day. It really is. We have 4 lands. If we find field, we have to field Vesu, I think, to gain life, so we can take damage from this dude. Which means that I really need for this prime time to survive. So I don't like my spot. Don't like my spot whatsoever. Infinite Radiant Fountains. Yeah, it's probably not gonna be enough, unfortunately. And even against Path to Exile, we don't get to trigger zombies, right? So we're still kind of in trouble here. And that we can't beat. Alright, GG's. Yeah, I mean, you see, like, the difference between when you draw Karn in that matchup and when you don't, it's not even close. Imagine if I had found Karn at any point during either one of those games. We're probably won that game very handily. Still got a 4-on-1. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Got some BPs, got some chesties, got the good old 80%. Obviously, losing for the 5-0 kind of sucks, but honestly, I didn't have any expectations in today's stream. So you learned that today first. Go into it with no expectations. You can never get disappointed when you do so. That's a nice little life hack for you. That's going to be it for this league. Hope you enjoyed it. Had a good time hanging out here. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.